Guys, I'm gonna show you how I do my kinky twist and I make it like really tight curls. I got a lot of good feedback on it, and as you see, I finished most of it, which it took forever and a day. So if you are going to do it, I advise that you do it when you have nothing to do. I actually started this at like 8 o'clock last night, and I kept working until like 6 in the morning. Went to sleep, woke up around like 2, and I'm still working on it now, and it's almost 5:30. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. I did take a couple stops and breaks, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Also, I like this style because my hair gets dry really quickly, and also I'm starting a new job, and it's very humid down here in Atlanta. So I know I usually start off the day with the twist out, and 2 hours later it turns into a big puff. And although I'm never ashamed of my hair and I interview with my natural hair, I just want to be consistent when I'm working, especially in corporate America. So this definitely is a nice alternative. It's professional, it's not too long, and it definitely will get the job done in the morning, so I'm not rushing. So I usually break it off into different sections and do it. As you see here, these are the ones I already did, and because I'm doing it myself and I can't see the back of my hair, I curl it as I go. So I put a whole bunch of clips in it, and then like I'll curl a whole section. These are the clips that I use. I don't want to spend a lot of money on rollers, so I use these, the regular clips, and I use small rubber bands. So I'll show you how to do that after I finish twisting it. The hair that I use is Kanekalon hair. It was $1. The last time I did it, it was really silky hair. This time I used the coarser brand of hair, and I'm trying to find the wrapper. Here it is. This is the one that I got, but I feel like any one will do. I think the name of this was Afro Beauty Collection. And if you're gonna leave it curly, it doesn't really matter. If you are gonna do long Senegalese twist, then I'll probably get like a silkier Kanekalon hair, but nothing too slippery where you're not gonna be able to catch your hair. So we can get started. I'm gonna part it here, show you how I did it. I waited till I did the front to show you because unless the edges look good, nothing else looks good, if that makes sense. So I'll wait until I got to the front so I can show you how I actually do it. And I'll do this well for you on camera. So I usually cut the hair. I like to have a layered look, so when I do the twist in the back, I leave the hair. I usually just cut the Kanekalon hair in half. So like this is half the pack, and it's like really long. And then when I fold it to braid, which you'll see in a little bit, it'll be like this length. And when I curl it, it comes up this tight. But since I'm doing the front, I want it to be a little bit shorter to give it like a layered look, as we'll see when I'm finished. So sometimes I do it by basically what I pick up, but this will probably be a good length, so I cut it. And as you'll see when I fold it, it'll come down to like this length, and even when I get closer to the center, I'll make it even shorter. So first, so we don't have that block look at the end of the twist, you're going to take the hair and you're going to fray the edges like this. So you're going to pull it up. See how it looks like that now? Instead of like a square at the bottom. Do that to both sides. Usually though, when you do one side, the other side kind of just doesn't naturally. And that's how you have it. So I'm going to put the hair down for now. I'm going to part my hair. You don't want the part to be too bulky if you're going to have hair as, if you're going to separate the Kanekalon hair to be as thin as I did, you don't want the piece that you're braiding to be too bulky. The reason being, it's not going to look good. At the root of the twist, it's going to look really fat, and at the end, it's going to look skinny. It's going to look a little off. So this is going to be too thick, so I'm going to separate it. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I just kind of use my own judgment to see how thick the twist is going to be. Now I have the piece that I'm going to use. I'll separate it like so into 2 pieces. So you're going to have 2 pieces like that. Try to hold it in the center. I'm going to cross the pieces like a T and then pull it through. So you should end up with the pieces looped around each other looking like this. Then I'm going to twist it. And one side is, you can leave it open with the 2 pieces hanging, and here it's going to be the same thing. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to demonstrate it on the comb first so that you can see it. If this is your hair, you're going to put the piece around the center of, well, your hair is going to be in the center of the two pieces. You're going to wrap one side completely around it, and then you start your braid. If you don't do that first, the twist is just going to slip off and it's not going to look as neat at the root. So I'm going to show you as best I can on my hair. Hopefully you guys can see it as I'm doing it. Okay, here we go. This is my hair. Put my hair in the middle. I'm going to wrap the piece around like so, and then I start my braid. I start with the braid, as you can see here. It's wrapped around, and I started braiding. Since my hair is a decent length, I don't have to braid too much. If your hair is shorter, I would consider braiding a little bit further down the shaft so that it doesn't slip off. After I braid it to the sufficient length that I want, I kind of just fluff it out like this and break it into two parts. Now the way you do the twist is you roll the hair first and then you twist it. Roll it, twist it, roll it. You see how I'm twisting it before I twist it together? Roll, twist, roll, twist. So as you get more comfortable with it, you'll be able to do it faster. That's usually how I do it. And voila, we're done. You keep doing it until the ends. Try to get all the way down to the end so that it stays. I'm gonna demonstrate in this one just in case some of yours don't stay. But sometimes you may find that the twist may unravel. When you get down to the bottom, you break it into 3 pieces again, and you can start braiding it, just so that it stays. Now, it's different techniques for straight hair. If you're gonna leave it straight or if you leave it curly. If you're gonna make it curly, you can get away with doing it a little differently because it doesn't show as much. And then I'll show you how I like cut the ends. So I'm gonna keep going for this row. Show you how to do it again. I'm gonna move a little bit faster this time since I did it before. I'm gonna part the hair. And we are going to separate the hair again. I'll demonstrate it again. This is about as thick as I want the twist to be. This one, the ends are already frayed, so I don't really have to do much to it. If you find too many loose ends, if you can see, you can just snip it a little bit with scissors. Same thing with this side. Separate it, loop it around, twist it, and here we go. Doing it the same way, loop it around your hair. Bring it down. And start twisting. I know some people usually put grease on their hair as they're braiding. I oiled my hair beforehand. I don't want it too slippery where the twist ends up just falling out of my hair. But one thing that I will do is use jam. So sometimes you'll see that the ends, well, I don't know if you can really see it here, but sometimes you get a little bit of fuzziness on the twist. If you just put a smudget of jam on your finger while you're twisting, it'll help with laying it down. Okay, I'm going to do it again. About 2 more, and I'll show you how to do the edges as well. Like I was saying earlier, the first time I did it, I just experimented, and I made sure I did it where I had nowhere to go. Just in case I didn't like it, I could take it out. So I would recommend doing it that way. But the last time, I didn't leave it in as long because I didn't have it as down packed as I do now, and my edges didn't look as good. So once the edges start looking a little frayed, the hairstyle doesn't look as nice. So same thing, this one has more of a squarish top, so I'm going to fray the ends like this, and to do the other side as well. Trying to even it out as well, so the piece is even. Twisted it. Sorry guys, I put the hair down. I don't know if you can see me. Again, I'm gonna wrap it around right here. Wrap it around one full time before you start braiding. And then here we go. Because my hair in the front, well, naturally your edges are going to tend to be thinner, sometimes even shorter. I would recommend braiding it down a little bit further, just to have some more support for the twist to stay on the hair. And we're going to do the last piece in this one. I'll show you how I do the edges when I'm closer to the front. Okay, so because it's the edges, you may have a little bit of pieces hanging out. Be careful with your edges because you don't want it to pull and stress the hair to the point where like you take it out and your edges are damaged. Also, if you plan on doing straight kinky twists, try not to pull too tight or pull the ponytails too tight. Since I'm doing a smaller piece of hair in the front, this piece is naturally, I'm going to make it smaller than the other pieces that I showed you. And do the same technique, fray the ends. Separate it. It's much thinner, so you just do the same thing, but it's going to come out a little differently. Now because you see the way my edges are in the front, I'm going to have to try to grab all of this into this one piece. So, let's see if I can get this perfectly for you guys to show you. So I'm going to grab it tight with my left hand and try to transfer it over into my right. And twist it around. I don't know if you can really see how I did it, but I did. And here we are, braiding. This one I'm going to braid a little bit further down. And it's in there good. That happens sometimes. You may lose track of the piece. Sometimes as well, if I see that the pieces are kind of uneven as I'm twisting, just as you would do when you're braiding, I would just switch out the pieces so you can easily switch it, so you can keep going, but then at some point you can stop and readjust the two pieces that you have, just so that it comes out even, and also so that it's more likely to stay without unraveling. There we are. I'm going to show you when I come back how I put the clips in, how I trim it if it's a little frayed, and how I curl it. So that's how it looks. Alright, I'll be back when we finish the front. Hopefully it won't take longer than an hour. Pray for me guys, I've been doing this all day. Bye. Guys, so as you see, I'm finally finished. Definitely took longer than an hour. I curled these, and I'm gonna show you in the front too how I do it. Depending on how you want the hair to lay is the direction that you curl it. So for the bottom parts, what I did was I curled it regularly in this direction. Same thing for this side. But as I get to the front, I curled it going outward like that. So the top is going to spiral this way and the front is going to spiral back. So you'll see what I mean when I take it out. But I'm going to show you how I do it. Now, I bought a pack of these clips for $5. But before I bought a pack, the first time I did this, I only had about 6 clips lying around the house. And it actually was sufficient. So I would just curl it as I want. To get a more defined curl, what you want to do is put less twist on one clip, and if you don't want it as tight as mine is, then you don't curl it as tight as I do it. But one thing I really do like is that the curls drop, so I didn't have to curl it over again. And if you see a couple of stray ones hanging around, you could just put a clip on them, or you could just stick it in. So I'm going to stick it in for now, and I'm going to show you how to do the other ones. So the way I want it to flow, I want it to kind of look naturally, so you don't really see my scalp as much, so it just looks like your curls are natural. First I start at the end, roll it around. I'm sorry, actually, which I did already, but sometimes people take scissors and they just get the fuzzy stuff off the side of the twist. I didn't do the front pieces. Sorry guys. Be careful not to cut your own hair. I know I usually go around this part for some of the twists in the back because I don't feel comfortable. I'd rather have a frizzy or kinky twist, which is not bad at all. It's not frizzy. But I'd rather a few loose ends than cut my actual hair. And yep, so that's basically it. Also, if the ends are too frizzy, I have a end cutter, and I also just go like this. But also, again, be careful because I didn't realize how long my hair grew out. So for some of the twists, my hair is actually at the end of it. So again, like I was saying, I'm gonna curl it where it looks natural when it's laid back. So I'm gonna do this one first. I'm at the end, roll it up like a regular roller. It's gonna stay. And then you're gonna take a black rubber band, about this big. I loop it around the top. I'm sorry, it popped. I'll loop it around the top. Go underneath the clip. Loop it to the middle. And then throw it in the clip like that. It stays. Now, there's no magic way to do it, as long as you can get the hair to stay on the clip. But that's the way I do it, and it stays perfectly fine. So I'm going to do it for the other two as well, the pieces that I left out. Let's see if you can see me do it on this side. Again, I'm going to loop it around the top. Go under, to the middle, twist it again, and then do this little clip piece here at the bottom. And there we go. And do the other side. Remember I was saying I wanted to like flow this way? So the same thing for this side. I'm going to do the curl going the opposite way. Since it's not a lot left, I'm going to put these all on one. So when it falls, it'll fall flowing that side of my hair. It's gonna look like a bang. Top, under, around the middle, and around the bottom. There we go. So now what we do is we heat up the water. I have a little hot pot thing. I'm going to heat the water in here, and then so I'm able to get it close to my scalp without burning myself. I actually put it in a cup like this, or just a regular cup, so when I do put the water in, it's easy to dip it. Make sure that you put a towel around your neck and also have a towel in hand so that as soon as you dip it, you can put the towel around the clip because the water will drip and it's really hot. Also, the clips are metal, so just be careful how you allow the clips to land on your face. But that's basically it. I'm going to come back when I'm done, and hopefully you'll like it. All right, bye. So it literally took 5 minutes to do, and you can take the clips out immediately. You don't have to like leave them in or wait till the hair dries. Just take it out, and I'm gonna order it for dry, so you don't have to worry about the rubber band. I just pop them. I'll just pull the clip, and you'll see it instantly curls. There you go. Do this one. Instantly have your curls. You'll see they kind of like fall the way I was curling it. This one's gonna go the opposite way, like this, so lay that way. And then, so we're all finished, and then you just have to style it. For the first couple of days, the curls are going to be really tight. What I usually do is I shake it out, and then I like flip my hair back so it's natural. So you can wear it down like this. You just take your hand, you go like this with it. Sorry, my forehead's getting wet. It's still a little wet. Do it like this. And just play with it until you find the way you want it to be. So I usually wear it like this, and I usually get a hair clip, and I put the clip right here on the side of the hairpin. I'm trying to see if I have one on the side of this. But yeah, so usually just find a clip, put it in. I'm gonna put that one in for now, just so you can get an idea of how it looks. And this would be the style. If the curls are a little too tight, just run your fingers through it. Nothing too much though, because you don't want to mess it up, especially if it's still a little wet. You just roll your fingers through it. And you can always use bobby pins or regular hairpins just to make the hair fall where you want it to fall. You can also use the clips just to train it until like at night, before you put your bonnet on, if you want to do it that way, you can. So that is it, ladies. I'm going to pin it and take a couple pictures and show you how it looks at the end. Thanks for watching. Bye.